Hey guys, Zoroarrkk here, and today I'm bringing you guys another video, and today I'm going to be speaking about something that I mentioned in the E3 news video, and also it was obviously in the E3 Expo, and that is Tapu Koko. Now, what we found out from Tapu Koko? Not that much. In fact, we learned nothing at all about Tapu Koko. We know it's going to be something to do with the story, because they told us keep an eye on the name, but they never said anything about what it meant. They wouldn't spoil it. So I'm going to be telling you guys what my opinion on Tapu Koko is, and what I think Tapu Koko is, because as soon as it was announced, or shown should I say, on the game, I instantly thought of what I think it is, and doing a little bit of research and a little bit of theorizing and general trying to put things together, I think I've come up with a pretty strong case to what I think it is. So, as I do in these theory videos, I state what the theory is and then I go in depth. So, right here, I'm going to say that Tapu Koko is going to be a god or a protector, or something to do with the legendary Pokemon Solgaleo, Lunala, and Shadowma. That is the first thing I'm going to say. That is the layout, that is the basic overview, the too long don't read, in a sense, if you're reading it on a Reddit post. That is basically what it is. But now I'm going to go into why I think that, and the little evidence, the little things that I've dug out off the internet to really prove this theory. So the first thing I do is I type it into Google, and you will find nothing on Google of typing both together, Tapu Koko. You'll find a couple of game FAQs of people theorizing like me of what they think. And as someone said that Koko in Hawaiian, which obviously as we know the Alola region is set in Hawaii, means blood. Okay, sounds a bit, darkish, bloodthirsty legendary maybe, but Koko in Hawaiian means blood. Tapu means holy. Now I believe it means holy in Polynesian or Micronesian. I'll probably just butcher that, but basically it means holy or sacred. So holy or sacred blood. So, you could say it's something to do with that. Now we'll leave that to the side for a bit because that we'll get into later. So that is the first translation that we have seen, and people are speculating that if it's a Pokemon, a very dark legendary may be. So that is what we are going to say first. Then the second piece that we are going to put together is something that I just found basically on the internet, typing in translations. So if we go into Maori, which is a New Zealand tribal language, I believe, I might have butchered that, I know it's something to do with New Zealand, that tapu means forbidden or taboo. In Japanese, not Japanese, sorry, in Maori, I read that wrong, in Maori, Koko means ferret. Why am I speaking about a forbidden ferret? Well, there you go, forbidden ferret. Maybe something trivial, maybe something godlike, protecting, like a forbidden or a taboo ferret. Maybe it did something wrong, or maybe you're pleasing it. Almost a bit, I don't want to really go too much into it, because I don't want to really speak about religion on this channel, but maybe almost like a Satanism thing, where you have to sacrifice or you have to do something for a god, a forbidden ferret. I know it sounds ridiculous with a ferret, but it could be. We've heard of different things. So, maybe it's a forbidden ferret. That's go from Maori, like I said, that is around about New Zealand stuff. I haven't really paid too much attention, I didn't really look too much into Maori, but it is something to do with New Zealand, and if you Kiwis out there, you might be able to tell me what that actually is. Then we move over to the Japanese version, and the only thing I could really find from Japanese was Koka, and Koka could mean old poem, old song, or solidification. Now ignore solidification and just think of old poem and old song. If we're going to a more tribal thing, which we saw at the festival, looked tribal, just the whole layout, it looked tribal. On old poem or an old song, you would normally have something in them about a god or protector or something like that. And if you're doing something tribal, it's gonna be something like that. So maybe that the Koko means is something tribalish with a poem or a song, a god, and a protector. So that is the 3 things I found on the internet linking to it. Now, if I go to the E3 Expo video footage there, now I cannot remember it full from word to word because I'm not looking at it at all at the moment, but I believe after the battle has finished, you actually get a line from, I believe it is Hala. I believe it might be Hala. I think that's what his name is. I always forget their names at the moment. I'm not used to it. I apologise. But he turns round and says that they think that Tapu Koko was happy with that battle, or was satisfied with that battle, or said something like that, enjoyed the battle, something like that. Just that line altogether really sounds like they're trying to please a god, please a protector that is looking down on them, and they have to please it with this annual battle of the children before they go off on their journeys. So that really just sediments that evidence that I created, well, not created, but I found on the internet. And you could go on, there's so many different translations for the words. There is so many different things. People are thinking it might mean to do with Sol Galileo. Some people are thinking Shadorma. Some people are thinking totally new Pokemon together, right? Or Marshadow, Shadorma. I always get which way around it is. So people are thinking about everything. People are even putting Zygarde in the mix. So what did you guys think that Tapu Koko means? I just think it's too much of a big hit to think that it couldn't be. And for the reason why I instantly thought it might be a god or protector, I'm a a city boy from the south of England. I've not been to any tribal things. I've not been in any forests, any countryside places. I haven't been to anything like this that exists in the world, stuff like the Amazon tribes and stuff like that. I haven't been to anything like that, as much as I would love to, just to experience something like that. But the 2 movies that I've watched that has things like that, I know they're kids movies, is there was a Scooby-Doo movie, or it might have been an episode, like a long episode, where they went to Hawaii, and also Lilo and Stitch, where they also went to Hawaii, and I had about Tikas and stuff like that, and they had all the weird names that sounded something like Tapu Koko, and it just sounded something trivial, godlike. I can't really pronounce, put it together, what I'm trying to say, but it just sounds something like that. So what do you guys think on this theory? Do you think this theory is a respectable one? Do you think it's something that's I'm completely off my head on, and I'm just making a video for the views? Whichever you decide, I don't care. Leave a like down below. Comment if you think about anything, whether you want to add anything, whether you want to speak about anything whatsoever, and what your opinions and views are, what you think that Tapu Koko could mean. So anyway guys, this has been Zoroarrkk. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new for more drama content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out everybody.